Assalamualaikum, this is Sajid and you're watching my YouTube channel. In this video, we will study HTML attributes. Okay, that's our topic today. And HTML attributes, what they do actually, they provide additional information about HTML elements. We have studied HTML elements in our last video, and elements are like they consist of tags and information. Within the tag there is starting tag and end tag, and attributes are additional information which provide additional information and are written in the starting tag. So what kind of additional information we will see in detail now. So HTML attributes, all HTML elements can have attributes. Okay, all elements can have attributes. Attributes provide additional information about elements and are always specified in the start tag. Attributes usually come in name value pairs. Okay, this is very important. They will be like name and value pairs. This will be the format. For example, if we look up this href attribute, which comes in this a tag, defines a hyperlink, and href attribute specifies the URL of the page the link goes to. For example, here in this example, we have this one a tag, which is actually a link. Yeah, so this href is to this website w3Schools.com, and the information we will have in this element or display, what the text will be displayed is visit w3Schools. Okay, so let's see in detail. See here we have the on the right side, you can see we have this text, visit w3Schools. Where it is coming from? It is coming from this highlighted line of code, where we have this a tag and its attribute is href, the red color up to here. As you can see, it's a key value, it's a name value pair. Name is href and value is this URL, and in the middle we have this text, visit w3Schools, and on the right side you can see the visit w3Schools, and if you bring the mouse on it, you can see the cursor is changing to a hand symbol. It means it's a link, and if we click this link, it will go to this URL. Okay, so this is our first you can say attribute which we have studied, href, which is in the a tag, right? Okay, right, and next we have now we have seen links, and now we see the source attribute, which is used in image tag or element. So what we have here, we have the source tells us which image will be displayed, right? For example, here we have this picture here. This picture is coming from where? So you see we have image tag here, which says source is equal to image underscore girl.jpg. Width is 500, height is 500. So we have three attributes here. One is source, which is the name of the file, right? And then we have width 500 pixel, height 600 pixel. So this shows us three attributes of this image tag, and when HTML this code is executed, we get this file here which has this size. If we reduce the size, see what happens. And if you execute the code again, see the picture has become smaller, right? And this maybe let's say 200. See, now the picture has become further smaller. So these attributes have impact on the size of the picture. So if we make height also like 150, see, now it's a little bit better. Okay, so this was about source attribute, and here we have some important information. Like this source can be of different type, like absolute URL, where we give link to the file where it is residing. For example, it contains its full domain name and then path to the directory where file is present and name of the file. So this is called absolute URL. And the other way is called relative URL, where we do not give the domain name, rather we tell the file path relative to the domain name. Okay, or where our this HTML document is present, from that directory to the file to the path to the file where this image is image file is present. Right, so this is called a relative URL. Actually, relative URL is a preferred method we recommend you, because if later on if you change the domain name or if you make changes to domain, your links will not break, because these are relative and irrespective of the domain name, right? But if you give absolute URL, so later on if you make any change in this domain, so you will have to change them, update them. Okay, further in the image we have width and height attributes. Just now they have impact on the image file. Next we have another attribute. See, just I want to tell you that we are focusing on the explanation of what the attributes are, so we are giving some examples. Now we are focusing on the image img tag. Okay, right. So we have this now alt attribute. What does it do? If the image for some reason cannot be displayed, this can be so this tag specifies an alternate text for that, right? So alternate is girl with a jacket. So if for some reason that file is not able to be displayed here, maybe slow connection or file is not available, it's deleted, so this text will be displayed instead, right? So this is the thing. If for example we change the file name, right, one, and see the run, and see now the file is not there because I changed the file name, but alt text girl with the jacket is present here. This is because the file was not there, but alternate text has displayed. And if I correct the file name again, so my file or image is back. Okay, so this is important to note. Right, so next we have okay, so next we have style attribute. This style attribute we are looking at the p tag, this paragraph. So we can change, the color, font size and more with the help of these attributes. Now we have this style attribute here. What does it do? See here, now in this highlighted code, we have style is equal to color red. So the text you see appearing is red. So if I change this to some other value, for example green, and I run the code, see it has become red. If I make it blue, the text color has changed to blue. So this style attribute is helping here specifically to change the or to control the color of the text which will be displayed in this p tag. Okay, the lang attribute. Now we look at this attribute. Another attribute, you should always include the lang attribute inside HTML tag. HTML, as you know, is the root tag here, and we are putting lang en means English. This is can assist search engines and browser to determine that what is the language of the page. The following example specifies English as the language. Next we have country codes can also be added, like en-us, right? So the first two letters define the language and the last two characters define the country, right? The following example specifies English as the language and US, United States as the country. So this attribute in HTML tag tells the language and country of the page. Next we have the title attribute and this p tag. See here we have this example. This is our p tag and title is I am a tooltip. Okay, so now what does it do? If I take my mouse over this paragraph, what happens? You can see there's a tooltip present there. I am a tooltip, you can see that. So this is what happens when you add a title attribute in p tags. They appear as tooltips and some text is displayed when you take mouse over that paragraph, right? So this is the purpose of title attribute in p tags. Okay. Further, it is recommended to use the lowercase attributes, although as you know HTML does not require lowercase attribute names, but it is highly recommended to do like this to avoid confusions and problems, right? Also W3C recommends lowercase attributes in HTML and demands lowercase attributes for stricter documents types like XHTML. Okay, and also there is other important point is that always use quote attributes, always quote attribute values, right? So here for example in this example here we have a tag href is equal to, see now this URL is within this double quotes. So although it can be without quotes, but this is bad practice and we should have quotes there for a cleaner code, right? So sometimes you have to use quotes. This example will not display title attribute correctly because it contains space. Okay, here we have space here, so it will not work properly. So we have to give this double quote properly. Okay, so right, so see here, if I take my mouse over this, you cannot. Okay, so it shows only about, it doesn't show about w3Schools. Now if I put double quotes here like this and run it again, see now about w3Schools. Now it's showing the correct title or tooltip. Without quotes it was not working properly. So that's why to avoid such problems it is recommended to use attributes, use quotes. Also, whether to use single quotes or double quotes around attribute values are the most common, but single quotes can also be used, and in some situation when the attribute value itself contains double quotes, it is necessary to use single quote. Like here we have a double quote there in the tooltip, like shotgun. It means now we cannot use double quote, so we are giving a single quote around this, yeah, or vice versa. Okay, so right, so now we have this chapter summary here. Okay, so we have seen these HTML attributes, href, and then we have seen source in image tag, width, height in image tag. We have seen alternate in image tag, style in p tag, language in HTML tag, lang, and title in the p tag. So these are different type of attributes which we have seen now. As we just said, that every element or yes, every element has certain attributes. So these are just some examples there, as every element has its corresponding you can say attributes. So this is there are a lot of type of attributes there, right? So whenever you are studying some element, you have to study the attributes to provide additional information about that element, so that it is displayed or it works as you want it to work according to the you can say and attributes available in that element. Okay, so I will wrap up my video here. I hope this been informative for you. Please share it with your friends, colleagues, if someone is interested to learn HTML in depth. So I'll be back with another video. Till that time, take care, bye bye, and Allah Hafiz.